Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
and Spotify.
All this is going viral.
All right, so Coors is, this is so weird. Everybody's doing this malt beverage stuff like Truly and you name it. What's the real popular one? Is it Truly?
White Claw.
White Claw, yeah. Coors is getting in the game of hard seltzer, but they're doing it with ice cream. They're going to do an orange cream pop hard seltzer. It's an alcohol ice cream pop. What's the point? I don't understand this. Like
Summertime? Summertime is the point.
Are you going to get how many do you used to have to get before you get a buzz? I mean, I still drink alcohol for the effects of the alcohol. This has got to be super low in booze and
in a popsicle form.
And it's just wow. Are these things that popular? You know, I was at Costco while you were on vacation. I went over the weekend and I went to Santa Maria. There was two young guys in their 20s, looked like college, and they each grabbed big case boxes of the Truly or the White Claw. I don't know what it was. And they're like, what? It said watermelon, orange. Yeah. And I'm like,
but you know what?
I'm like, I wouldn't be caught dead carrying that stuff out of Costco.
They're not buying it for them.
You think they're buying it for girls?
Yes.
Trust me, I saw these pasty white little nerdy dudes. They were buying it for them. I think they live together and they don't even know if they could name three girls' names off the top of their head. They look like that's what they were drinking. But
I just don't know how you get drunk on them.
I don't understand. There's no flavor to them. I drank one, grapefruit one at my parents' house, had a bunch in their fridge in the garage.
Which brand
and I'm like,
did they have?
I've never had one of these. I'm going to try.
Which brand did they have?
It was White Claw.
Oh.
It was White Claw.
Costco makes them now.
My stepdad's family came to visit, and the girls came. They're in their 20s. And so they wanted them. So my grandma went and bought all this at White Claw, and then they left it there.
You know,
now it's taking up good real estate in the fridge where I could be having beer.
Costco makes them now. Kirkland Signature.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
seltzers.
Why not? Costco makes good booze. I mean, you could buy Crown Royal Costco. It's called Canadian Royal or something like that. Kirkland Royal. Kirkland Canadian. Kirkland Canadian. I don't know what it's called. They just repackaged it, so it was off the shelves for a while. But I had some, and I'm like, dude, side by side, it tastes exactly just like the vodka does. It tastes just like Crown Royal, just like the vodka tastes just like Grey Goose if you get that tall bottle.
The Kirkland tastes like Crown Royal?
Yeah.
Not Canadian
and it's
Mist?
half the price. $40 for a bottle of the Crown Royal. It's only it's only 20 for the
So the
Kirkland Canadian.
Is the Kirkland Canadian come in a big tall bottle like the vodka does? No.
Yeah, it's the same size. It's a handle. Nice. Or a half gallon, whatever you call it. But yeah. So, anyways, you can get these
cream soda.
This is the new thing over the summer.
Cream soda and
orange cream pop hard seltzer, and it's made by Coors. Which, by the way, I had a banquet beer last weekend. Had to take a picture of it. Have you seen
cream soda and Canadian whiskey is the most underrated drink? Have you ever had it? Have you ever had cream soda and Canadian whiskey together?
No, I haven't.
So good.
I'm not. That wouldn't be. I don't like sweet.
But it doesn't. It's not that sweet. I mean, yes, cream soda's sweet, but the flavors complement each other very well. I think you'd like it.
Look at this. Should this not be a commercial for Coors Banquet? Look at that frosty glass.
What are you, an influencer?
No, I'm not. I just took the picture. I was at the bar and I took a picture of it.
You pour it into a glass? Why don't you just drink it out of the bottle?
I like a glass. I'd like to drink.
Why is that?
Glass. I don't know. I like drinking beer out of
You
a
and your
glass.
friends with the
I put my pinky out too.
Boxes of the White Claw. You should have asked them if you could come over and drink.
What? Because I pour beer in a glass?
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. Like if you
somebody called in the other day. We were
off of the tap.
We replayed that koozie conversation while you were on vacation, and he's like, "You know why I don't use a koozie? Because I'm straight male."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay. So what are you saying? Because I use a koozie, I like to."
So that gentleman to that gentleman that called in. I bought Jeremy 2 koozies in Florida.
And they say, what do they say? Willie's?
Wild
Wild
Willie's. But listen, in Florida, you would have to use a koozie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. To keep your beverage cold.
Your drinks sweat and they get hot super quick.
Yeah, you have to.
But
anywhere it's warm.
But then you're getting hot super quick as well, which means that you would drink it faster. Like I did drink we went to an Irish pub in Florida, and they made us wait outside because it was busy and no restaurants have any people that work at them anymore, I guess, apparently, because unemployment's so great. So they were understaffed and overbooked, and they had a little bar outside where you could order drinks while you wait and just drink on the sidewalk like hobo. And so I went and I got a cider in a 20-ounce, cider, big cider like an Irish cider from the place. And I drank that thing so quick because it was so hot outside.
Oh, yeah. But if you wanted to have another one after that, you probably wouldn't drink it as fast.
I would drink it just as fast.
What if you had another one after that?
Just as fast. It was that hot. In fact, I was going up to order a second one, and they buzzed us for our table.
Did you get intoxicated at all while on your family vacation?
Irish pub night, I did. That was Father's Day.
Really? I want to hear about that.
On Father's Day, just a slight buzz. Because you sweat it out, too.
Yeah.
You sweat it out so much.
I go to hot places, Like next week when I'm on vacation, I'm going to be it's going to be over 100 degrees every day. You got to have a koozie.
I got a Bud Light at one of the carts at Animal Kingdom. And I had that thing drank. It was a big one, too, in a big
Why'd you get Bud Light? Because that's all they had?
That's all they had at the cart. And they had it in a big, big cup. It was either a 16 or a 20 ounce. It may have been a 20 ounce cup. And I drank that within 10 minutes. Just down the hatch like nothing. But then I was sweating it out as I was drinking it. It's pointless. I don't know. I know why Floridians drink so much, because you just sweat it out.
Do they drink a lot of beer in Florida, or do they drink more just rum and booze, or White Claw?
It just depends. Okay. Depends. Whatever quenches your thirst.
Just like here, just whatever.
It's so hot there. It's just so hot.
Because you were at a tourist place where everybody's from all over the place,
and nobody's going there to get drunk because it's expensive. If you're going to get drunk,
when you went to the Florida Keys, did they drink a lot of beer down there?
Yeah. But it's the same thing, hotter than hell.
Yeah, no, it's where it's hot. When you say hot, what was the temperature?
The funny thing is, it's like so
80s, but the humidity.
When we got back into town, it was we're not into town because it was cooler here. But when we were driving back, we stopped in what's the name of the gas station place on the 5? Santanella. We stopped in Santanella.
Oh yeah, Santanella.
And it was 96 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And it felt much cooler than 88 does in Florida.
Yeah. No, that's why I don't like the East Coast. That's why I don't like going to Mexico, the Yucatan. It's just the mugginess, the humidity.
I could have stayed
makes
outside
it so much worse.
Day in Santanella and not sweated an ounce.
Mm-hmm. It can be 100 here.
I look like Patrick Ewing at the free throw line in the fourth quarter when I'm in Florida.
That's funny. I always love watching those TV shows that take place in the South, and all the guys are just sweating through their shirts. Like, that must be fun every day. Anyways.
Yeah, listen, you know me, I'm a skip shower kind of guy. I didn't skip a shower.
You know what you needed?
I doubled up on showers in Florida.
You needed yourself an orange cream popsicle hard cider.
Yeah, I would have taken that.
From Coors Brewing.
I would have taken that.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
So, did you ever think about renting your house out while you were gone, like Airbnb type situation?
No, we actually did.
Oh, you did? You could have made money.
Pets.
Because apparently
pets. This is why I don't like pets.
Oh, the pets.
Pets.
Oh, my
pets
God.
Are the reason why.
You don't like
if
pets?
I didn't have pets, I would have Airbnb'd it, made money while being on vacation instead of
put
losing
your
money.
pets at a border place.
I don't like that.
Send them over to somebody's house.
That means they have to be up to date on their shots. Who knows if they are?
God, you're the worst pet parent ever. You're the worst parent ever.
No, because listen, that's all. It's all a ruse. It's all fake. Like dogs live on their own. If there were wild animals, you telling me wild dogs they have to get shots? They don't have to get shots.
They get shot.
It's fake. It's all.
No, you need shots.
Why?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing why you need a vaccine, right? So you don't spread whatever disease the dog has to another dog.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I know, because my dogs are really socializing with other dogs.
If you're going to go on vacation this year and you can Airbnb, you should, because houses were getting like $2,300 a week back in 2017. $4,500 a week on average now. Some more.
I believe it.
$4,500. How much your trip cost? I mean, well, you don't probably want to share that, but
how about that?
Yeah, I was going to say you could have been a free vacation, just letting some people go, stay at your house and root through your things. Big deal.
Believe me, I'm a big proponent of it. The rest of the family's not.
I never wanted people to house sit at my house because I didn't want people going through my stuff, and then I just realized, you know what? Whatever. If people
that's
are going to go through my stuff.
You have to be able to have your stuff, like a storage area for your stuff, and that's and we don't have that. We don't have like.
What do you mean? What do you need to store?
Like
jewelry. I mean, you
like you don't want. Okay, would you if you're Airbnb in somebody's house and you go to put something in the closet or something like that, and it's filled with a bunch of stuff? That's not the Airbnb experience that you pay for, right?
Well, I've never Airbnb'd, but common sense is I would probably move my clothes out of one section of the closet. I wouldn't take all my clothes out, but I would definitely open up a little section for people to use. Like I have a guest room at my house, and I have friends that come and stay there, and I keep all my extra clothes in there, but I move it all over to another closet. So there's half the closet is open for people to use.
We have a weird closet situation. I mean, I guess theoretically we could put all our clothes in like my son's closet.
Didn't you get that box with the rod in it when you moved, and you could put your clothes in there so they could hang up as you move?
No, we didn't get that.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Know,
Go get one of those. I don't know.
I guess you could get one.
I don't know.
That's weird, though.
Put some paracord up in the garage. Screw it to one wall to the other, and hang all your clothes on it.
I have a friend who does it, and he's making good money doing it right now. But the problem is, it's his house. It's his main house that he lives in. Yeah. So then he has to find a place to stay when people come.
Does he ever come crash at your house?
He has. The plan was that he was going to watch our house, and then his deal fell through when we went on vacation. So he's like, oh, my deal fell through, so I'm just going to stay at my house. Then we had to pay somebody to come watch our house.
Oh, my God, what a jackass. Are you serious? He promised you to stay at your house, and then he bailed on you last minute?
Well, their deal fell through.
Well, it doesn't matter. Come stay at my house.
No.
I have a pool. Does he have a pool?
No.
See, you have a pool? Apparently that pool's
with the pool, we could Airbnb the place for a lot, but the death trap deck that sits off of it is the problem. That's why I'm not going to Airbnb my place, is I don't want somebody falling through that deck and suing me.
So, yeah, if you've got a place, if you've Airbnb'd before, if you've thought about maybe doing it again, or if you've never done it, but maybe you're going to be gone for a week, this might be something you want to look into, because, I mean, $4,500 a week, that's a nice vacation right there.
People are making good money in Paso Robles right now, renting out their houses.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here online, KZOZ.com to stream us live. Check out the new website. We got a new revamped app, but you can listen that way as well. And, of course, we got the podcast, Jeff and Jeremy in the morning, on all your major players.
All the major players in the house be finding stuff to do during a pandemic. That's what they were doing when there was a pandemic. Is there a pandemic still? Or is that over? Is it official?
No, Biden's disappointed because he's not going to hit the 70% mark. They said 67% of the country is vaccinated.
Wow. Good.
Surprised by that number a little bit, but
glad to hear it.
But we're still in one, I believe.
Until what? That number lines the pockets of politicians to the point where they're happy with it?
Maybe after 70% of people getting vaccinated, we won't be in one anymore.
Do they get like a 77? If it gets to 77, they get a bonus from one of the vaccine companies, Moderna or Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson. A spot on the board when they retire as politicians or celebrities or whatever it is that is pushing that thing down your throat.
Yeah, we'll never know, will we?
So there was a guy in England. This is so funny. He said he always wanted to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. And he was sitting there eating M&Ms. And then he's like, And he was like stacking the M&Ms because he was bored. He's like, I wonder if there's a world record for this. So I looked it up. The Guinness Book of World Records for stacking M&Ms, just regular chocolate M&Ms, because obviously you can't really stack peanut M&Ms, but the chocolate ones are kind of flat, right?
Yeah.
I'm still holding them up because I have M&Ms over here. And And the world record, how many M&Ms do you think stacked would be the world's record?
Gosh, I would think that'd be pretty hard to do. Like,
what do you think the world record would be?
I would think it'd be really hard to get more than like 5 to do it. So maybe 10.
It's 5.
It's 5? Okay.
It was 4. Now, I heard about this about 15 minutes ago, and I've been over here trying to stack 5 M&Ms just to see if I could do it, because I'd have to stack 6 in order to get a Guinness Book of World Record. I've gotten to 2, and then they fall down. But I don't have a steady hand at all when I stand them up.
Is this table level? You would think it is.
I don't know.
It was built by a carpenter.
What's that have to do with anything?
Because they use levels when they build stuff.
2, I can get pretty good.
Oh, there's number 3. Ooh.
But now I
come over.
I try to get 3, and it's hard. And listen, kudos to the people that were able to do 4. But this guy did 5.
If you could do 6.
He said he did it. He just tried. He practiced for like 2 or 3 hours, like trying to get it. And within 2 or 3 hours, he had beat the Guinness Book of World Records.
Now, you've got a buddy that works out at Dairy Creek Golf Course. He was trying to beat the world record for the fastest, playing one hole or something like that. And I was out there, and we were in a cart, and he hit the ball, and we were off to the races.
Guinness was all ready to come out to see Josh do it, because they had to have somebody.
And we videotaped it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And it was beat the world record at the time, but they didn't accept that. They have to have somebody from the Guinness Book of World Records here. So even if you were to get 5 and you videotaped it, you would still have to be able to do it again in front of somebody else. And who knows if that would even be a waste of time.
But this, so how it worked with Josh out at Dairy Creek was they lined up the time for Guinness to come out here and watch him play the hole, and it was the fastest time to ever play a par 5. And then somebody else.
In the meantime of him waiting for somebody to fly out here and do it.
His record, so then they had to pivot and go to wherever that person was doing it at.
So I guess if you start working on it right now, what do you get? Do you get anything or just accolades?
Recognition.
Yeah, some recognition.
I mean, I guess if you're ever on a game show and you need to.
They're like, here's Jeff Kingman from San Luis Obispo, California. He has the world record for stacking M&Ms.
And he
stacked 6.
Like if Alex Trebek was still alive, they'd be like, oh, you're a Guinness Book of World Records holder, huh?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, Alex, during the pandemic, I was extremely bored. I was sitting there with a bag of M&Ms watching Jeopardy, and it
sounded really cool until you said what you did.
Stacked 5 M&Ms.
Because you're like, oh, wait, you know somebody who's a Guinness Book of World Records holder? Yeah, what did they do?
Stacked 5 M&Ms.
Oh, okay. Anybody could do that. No, they can't, because it's not
easy. It's hard, and I'm not saying I'm an expert M&M stacker, but I get to 2, and I can't get it done. It falls apart. Now I'm trying to take all 5 and stack them at the same time, and then just pull my fingers away, see how many are left standing. They all fall down, which is weird because they're kind of flat. You would think when I saw it was 5, I was like, 5. That should be easy. That should be super duper easy. No, it's not. So something for you to try at home.